Hey everyone, my name is Drew, and if we haven't met before, welcome to ReadyBudgetGo. If this isn't your first time visiting my channel, welcome back. I am glad you're here either way. It's Tuesday, and on Tuesdays I do savings challenges in the Batman binder, and I also do the Celebration Savings Challenge book in the Green Lantern binder. This month I'm saving $700 each week to go toward my Roth IRA. I've got a lot of money to save, so let's get busy saving it. First up, let's do the Celebration Savings Binder. Now, last month I was doing both May and June because I took most of May off from filming as I did the big move. Now we're on to July, and I'm only doing the month of July in July. How about that? So the first thing I need to do is get down actually, you know what? I'm going to use my brand new dice tray. I'm going to roll a d10 twice, and that is going to tell me which spots to scratch for the scratch and save portion. So we've got a 7 and a 5. So let's start with 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll go right down here. That's $1. And then 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, top right corner, is 6. So a total of $7 there. Let's get this cleaned off. I am such a scratch completionist anymore. I just want to make sure I get all of that off. Okay, so $7 there, and then I'm going to roll a d5 for these two, or for 2 in here. You can get a d5 from Eva at Budget Your Life. This is her cotton candy, I think. So we've got a 2, and we've got a 3. So let's write that down in here. I am going to use a red Sharpie, if I can find one. I see one. Two and 3. And I'm also going to color in a couple of stars. And I'm not going to use a Sharpie. I'm going to use an Ohuhu for those. I think this dark red is actually a pretty light shade of red. So I'm going to do red. I'm going to do kind of this color, which I hope turns out to be a gold, because I can't do white. And, well, I could just leave it blank, but where's the fun in that? It's a color and save, right? And we'll do this kind of a blue ribbon color. Except I don't need a blue because I'm only doing... No, I'll do 3. I think there's only 4 Tuesdays in July, in which case I can do 3 this week. So let's go here. Well, yeah, it's a little on the pink side, but that's okay. Pink or magenta, maroon, whatever. It's red enough. I think the other marker is a little too orange, so not really a good red in this set. So there's red. I'm really hoping it's going to be gold. Yeah, that'll work. That's actually better than I expected. One thing about Ohuhus is I do like the tip on them, but the colors don't always match. I mean, that is pretty different from what's on the cap, I would say. Maybe it shows up different on camera. And then let's do blue. Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 27 needs to go into the envelope for this week. Just going to set these markers aside here. We'll go back to the front. And we are starting a new month, so 25, 27. And as I'm starting this, I realized that I didn't set up my little booklet for the week where I keep track of all the savings amounts so that I make sure, because I use prop money, that the amount that I transfer to my savings is exactly what I've saved. So let me set that up. I'll get out the Batman binder and we'll start going through those challenges. I swapped out the binder and I wrote down the $27 for the celebration savings, as well as all the other challenges I'm going to do today. So let's pull out the next one, which is the Colorful Sparkle Scratch and Save Challenge by Eva at Budget Your Life. I have only green left. There are two of them, and haven't rolled a green yet. I am multiplying, however, so whatever I roll, I will multiply by 5 and save that amount. So let's just scratch the one here at the top. We've got a 5, so that's going to be $25 going into this challenge. I love everything about this challenge. I love the sparkle on the challenge itself. I love the stickers. I love the dice that sparkle and everything. In fact, I got them out even though I don't need to roll them because look at those. Look at how beautiful those are. So you can get these and the challenge from Eva at budgetyourlife.com. Let me clean this up. And we'll put $25 in. So actually, we're going to take 25 out and we're going to put in a 50. So we've already got 260 with one more spot to scratch, which I assume will be low. This was a plus, but I already got a plus. So we'll see. We'll see what happens next week. And I need to make sure that I write that down because record keeping is important. I need to keep myself honest. And it's just important for, I feel it's important to be honest in what I'm doing, right? For myself and for everybody watching. So let's do the plus or minus dice. This requires, excuse my reach here, I don't know why I put that over there. This requires a double die. This one is not available from me yet. It may be a membership exclusive. Memberships are coming probably in August. Stay tuned for more details. Subscribe if you haven't already to make sure you're always in the loop. And I actually need to move this over, which is going to get some glare. Not too bad. Not too bad, actually. So the way that this is played is you roll this double die, and you can see it's got a die on the outside and one on the inside. So the outer number is 2, the inner number is 5. You roll the die, you write down the outside number and the inside number. If the outside number is bigger than the inside number, then you subtract, right? So let's say it's 6 and 4. You would just say 6 minus 4 is 2, and that's what your score would be. If, however, the number on the inside is bigger than the outside, then you add them together to get your score. And if it's the same number, then that's the score. So if I roll a 5 and a 5, the score is 5. So let's give it a roll. So we've got a 6 on the outside and a 2 on the inside. Let me get out my dry erase marker here. So inside is smaller than the outside, so we're subtracting. That's 4. A 1 and a 6, so the inside is bigger, so we're adding. That's 7. Whoops, just threw that right over the edge of the dice tray. All right, 4 and 1, so we're subtracting for 3. 5 and 4, yep, 5 and 4. So we're subtracting again for 1. Last roll, 4 and 2. 4, 2. Okay, so total is 11, 12, 14, 17. And I'm going to save the whole 17 this week. I'm not going to add the digits together. I'm just going to save $17. So let's set this all aside. Clean this off. It's dry erase ink and glossy coated paper, so it just comes right off here. Get the binder back out. Had to look around for it because I put it in a stupid place. And let's get out, well, let's see what's in here. See if what we can condense. Okay, so, well, we're saving 17 and we have 43, so that makes 60. So let's put 23 back and we'll grab a 50 and a 10. So 60 there, so 165 altogether. That one's going great gangbusters. And 17 is what I saved. Of course, you don't have to do all of those in one go. You can do them one at a time. You can add numbers together, make it work for your budget. And like I say, this probably will be a member exclusive. 2026 is next. This one, we just do $20 a week. This was a giveaway from Q4 of last year. So in 2025, October, November, December, I gave this away with any physical product Etsy orders. I do already have 2027 designed, and I will be ordering those, and those will start shipping in October. But members will get them first, most likely. And again, memberships are probably coming in August, if I can get my turds in a herd and get everything going. So the first time I did this challenge, I went and marked through all the racetracks. The next time, this time through, I'm marking out all the 2s. Third time through, I'll mark out all the 0s. So I get the most use out of this challenge. And when it's all done, it becomes a placeholder. So how cool is that? But for now, I need to add $20 to this challenge. So let's see what's in the envelope. There we go. So it looks like we're just adding a straight up 20. So total of 340 out of 520. Getting there. Where do I need to mark that off? Here we go. And in fact, you know what? I'm going to do another one. I'm going to do another one so that by the end of the year, this one is fully done. Because if you do it twice, right, that's 52 weeks. That is a full year. And I want to make sure that it's done before the year is over. So let's mark off another one here. Okay, and we'll take out another 20. No, we won't. We're going to put back a 20, take out another 50 and a 10. Nope, I'm in the wrong envelope here. We'll put back a 20, take out, no, put back 2 20s. We'll take out a 50 and a 10. There we go. So 360 now. That's better. Okay. Moving on, 7 virtues and 7 sins. This is a scratch-off challenge. It is available in my Etsy shop. It's also available as a digital if you'd like to do it or print it off yourself and you don't want to scratch or whatever the case may be. Some of these are starting to get done, but others we haven't had a whole lot of scratches on. So what I'm going to do, there's still ones on the back for that. So I will roll a D8 and that will tell us which one we're going to do. Where is my D8? There it is. Number 3. So 1, 2, and 3. We'll roll again for heads or tails. Even, odd. So it's even, so we're going to do the heads, which is the heavenly virtue. And this one is one that has a whole bunch on it. Number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. $2 there. Get the little vacuum here. Set aside $2. Let's go again. 2, 1, 2. So we are on wrath and patience. Even, so we're doing the virtue again. We're doing patience. Number 2, 1, 2. $6. Apologies for the shaking. So 5 and 6. Let's go one more time. Number 6, or well, we're advancing 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we have gluttony and temperance. 2, we're on the even, so virtue again. Number 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 2. So that is going to bring us to a total of 10. So I'll put all this business back. 5, the 2, and the 1 for a 10. And what am I looking for here? I'm looking for, Pardon the reach. 7 virtues and sins. Oh, good. We can get another 100. So I will take the 50, the 2 20s, and this 10. And let's put in another 100 placeholder. I'm going to use one of my current thank you cards. So $300 in this challenge, total savings $525. So more than halfway. Up next is Totally 80s. This is another scratch and save challenge. Let me just make sure I'm all caught up in the book before we do that, though. And this one is getting close to done, but some of them have fewer scratchers than others. Oops, and it's upside down. So I need a D10, which is right here. Move this over. Let's see which one we're doing. Number 1. So that is oh snap. There are only 2 spots left. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go up top. $4. $2 and 4. Let's go again. Not doing number 1 again. Number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 is awesome sauce. There's quite a few left on this one. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's going to be a 1. So we'll put 4 back, take a 5. Let's go again. Number 9 is take a chill pill, and this is the last one on this one. And it's 2. I'm going to keep going. I want to get double digits into this challenge this week. 7 again. 9, 8, 7. Oh, I guess we're doing 7 for the first time, or at least for the first time today. So that is talk to the hand. Quite a few left on this one too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And just a quick note, if you do get this from me on my Etsy shop, it'll have the standard small stickers on it, not these semicircles. That was an experiment that didn't go well. So I thought, well, I'm not going to throw this in the garbage, so I'll just keep it for myself. 7 and take out a 10, and I think that's where we'll stop for the week. Let's see what our progress is like on this challenge. Oh, and just because I haven't pointed it out for a while, on the back of these are all these placeholders in varying amounts. So 80s themed placeholders. Totally 80s getting $10. It's a $500 challenge, and so far we have 100, 200, 300, 20, 35. 335. So we are 2/3 of the way there. And that was another $10 into the 80s. Let's do destination savings next. In destination savings, we'll see where we're headed to this week and what we're going to pay for. We're going to Cairo, Eva's favorite, and we're doing the hotel for 7. And I'm actually going to go to 2 places. So we'll go to Cairo and then off to Venice. That's not too far away. And we'll do sightseeing for 3. So we'll have a total of $10 going into this challenge this week. I'm not especially in a hurry to get this done, but I do want to make sure that I leave room for new challenges that will be coming out at the end of this month, so stay tuned for that. I've got a big launch coming in July. So let me get out 10. 10 is kind of the number of the day, apparently. Write down 10 again. And let's go to destination savings. Looks like we can condense a little. We have 100, 200, 300, 20, 30, 40. So we'll put back 2 10s. grab a 20. So again, we are 2/3 of the way through, because this is also a $500 savings, or a $500 challenge. Did I write that down already? Yes, I did. Okay, let's move on to Save the Plates. Save the Plates is available in my Etsy shop. Let's see where we're going this week. We are going to Mississippi. We need to roll a die to determine which of these we are going to be coloring. So let's do a D5, or D6 rather. No, we can do a D5. Let's do a D5. And 2, 1 and 2. So we'll do $5 into this one. I need to get out that blue pen again. My coloring is legendary for how bad it is. I've never been the kind of person to stay inside the lines, and that's strange because ordinarily I am a rule follower. Except when it comes to coloring, I think, but it's not like I'm deliberately going outside the lines. It's just kind of how I'm made. Okay, so we'll do $5 for Mississippi. Quick shake there. And let's visit another state or territory. Let's go to Delaware. Let's roll that D5 again. Number 1, so we'll do another 5. This one's a little tricky because it's lined in yellow, and I just can't, I don't have the visual acuity. So I'm just going to do the best I can. And as fast as I can, because realistically I could do a better job if I really took my time, but I don't want to be here all day coloring. So dry that off, and we'll put the 5 back, grab a 10, and put that in the challenge. So we owe it 10. Let's see what all is in here. Oops, I'm stacking everything in the wrong spot. Looks like we're just going to add that 10. So far in Save the Plates, we have 100, 200, 300, 10, 15, 17. This is a $1,500 challenge, so we're barely a fifth of the way through. I might need to pick up the pace on that. In fact, I might come back and do more, but for now, I will write in $10 and Save the Plates. Let's do Save by Color next. This one is probably going to get a couple of rolls this week. I already did the front side, so now I'm doing, well, what I would consider the front side. So now I'm doing the opposite side. Let me set these up here. So we have purple, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. I'm going to set them to minimize the glare. Okay. And I think I'll just use the dice tower for this one. And I need my little multicolor D6 here. Let's give them a Drew shake and send them down the tower. Oh, good numbers this week. Okay. So red is a 4. Orange is a 5. Yellow is a 4. Green is a 3. Blue is a 4. I don't know what I was doing there. Oh, I kept getting 3s. And then purple is 3. All right. So that is 12, 15, 23. So let's take 23. And I am going again. We'll do it one-handed this time. Oh, wow. Okay. So red is a 4. Orange is a 6. Yellow is a 6. Green is a 6. Blue is a 2, and purple is a 1. That was last week or some point in the past. All right, so for this one, I've got 18, 25. So 25 plus 28 is 48. Let's see what all is in the envelope. Set this aside. Okay, so I do have a 2 in here, and I have a 50. So I'm going to put away 52. And I'm going to take a 100 placeholder. So 112 is what we have so far. And because I did that, I can put all of this away, or put it back rather. All right. Let's put these back in the envelope, and then let's move on to rainbow dice, but not before I write that down in the book. 48 on Save by Color. Now with rainbow dice, I had debated whether I was going to do this again or not, and I think I will, just because July has bigger savings amounts, and so I need more games. So let me take this out, and let's grab all the rainbow dice. So we've got the red D12, the orange D10, the yellow D8, the green D6, the blue D4, and the purple D3. I'm going to roll all of those. Go. Ooh, good. Okay, the dice did me right. Well, except that D8, but everybody else. And I didn't wipe these off last time. So because these are dry erase and they've been on there for a while, it's not just going to come off. I have to kind of like write over it and then wipe, and then it'll go away. So let me take care of that. I will not change those dice. I will not re-roll them, but let me get this cleaned off, and then we'll come back and I'll fill everything in. I'm back and I got everything cleaned off. So let's take a look here. I didn't move these dice at all. So on the D3, it rolled a 3. On the D4, it rolled a 1. D6 was a 5. D8 was a 3. D10 was a 10. And D12 was a 7. So that is 10, 25, 29. So that was a really good roll. And I think it was so good that I'm going to do it one more time. So let me take out 29. And let's roll them again. Give it a Drew shake here. All right, what did we end up with? Well, D12 rolled a 7 again. D10 rolled a 3. D8 a 2. D6 a 6. D4 a 1 again. And D3 a 3 again. So half the dice rolled the same number the second time they did the first time. And this is a much lower total. So we've got 13, 14, 17, 22. So 22 plus 29 is 51. So I'm going to put all of this back. And we'll take out a 50 and a 1. And we'll put that back in the envelope with the dashboard. Set this aside here, get the binder back out. And we'll be sure to write in 51, or I will be sure to write in 51 in the little book here. Last up is corny sayings, and I might do 2 rows this week. I might just do 2 rows. So this is Buckle Up Buttercup. And let's get the dice tower out. And because it's Tuesday and it's Batman Binder Day, let's use the Batman dice. These are from Eva at Budget Your Life. And I think the Batmans are my favorite of all of the ones that I have. Don't tell Superman, because Superman is still my favorite superhero. Get out the purple Sharpay here. 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, yeah, let's do 2 rows. All right. So we've got a 4 and a 2. A 4 and a 2 again. A 3 and a 2. Whoops. A 1 and a 2. And a 1 and a 2 and a 4 and a 3. Goodness, not a number over 4. It's like I was rolling D4s. All right, so we have 4, 6, 10, 12, 15, 17, 19, 20, 24, $27 going into this one. 25, 27. Put those dice away. We'll go all the way to the back. There will be new challenges coming into this binder later this month, like I've been saying, but for now, just kind of in a holding pattern here. All right, so that was 27. Let's see what the total is for this card. 20, 30, 5, 40, 2, 4, and 6. 46. So 46, I need 26. So we'll put away 10, 5, all these 2s. We'll take out a 20 and a 1. So 46. There we go. Just count these again. 10, 15, 27. That's what I thought. Let me make sure I mark that down. And then I'm going to total up how much I put aside tonight so that I know how much I have left still to save tomorrow in Friends Day Wednesday. So we've got 52 plus 17 is 69, 109, 119, 129, 39, 49, 197, 248, 248 plus 27, 248 plus 27 is 275. Right? 52, 69, 109, 19, 29, 39, 49, 197, 248 plus 27, yeah, 275. Okay, so 275 tonight. So I have $425 that is going to come into Friends Day Wednesday. Most of it is probably going to be in Eva's Adventures and Savings book, which is great because when I finish that, I can move on to the Cozy Spring, even though it's summer now. And I can tear through the Cozy Spring so that I can get to the book that she says she's releasing at the end of July. Can't wait. So make sure you tune in tomorrow for the second half of this week's savings. All this money is going into my Roth IRA. I will do that at the end of the month, probably. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please leave me a thumbs up. Drop a comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And until I see you tomorrow for Friends Day Wednesday, take care.